What is up YouTube? Welcome back to another vlog. आज के vlog में I'm gonna talk to you guys about how I manage law, studying for law, and how do I manage like my entire fitness thing. So a lot of you were asking for this and for a long time, so I'm really sorry for the delay, but I finally think it's time. So yeah. तो मैंने लास्ट वीडियो में मेंशन किया था कि आई एम प्लानिंग टू डू अ कंपटीशन स्टाइल कट, बट आई एम नॉट टेकिंग पार्ट इन अ कंपटीशन येट. But yeah, so I've made a few changes in my diet. I'm going to show you guys what I've done. तो ये मैं पहले 3 अंडे के साथ खाता था. Now it's 2 eggs for the omelette. यहाँ पे I've increased it by 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 eggs. So I'm having around 12 eggs over here and I'm having 2 eggs over here. So 14 eggs in total now. मैंने मेरे प्रीवियस वीडियोस में भी मेंशन किया था कि यू डू नॉट नीड टू कॉम्प्लिकेट योर डाइट. I don't like adding things for no reason, so I just have the same diet and I just add on top of it the quantity of what I'm having. Also another change that we have done, पहले हम लोग ये अंडा खाते थे, ये भी apparently देसी अंडा ही था, but these are like white eggs. और ये अंडे जो हम लोग ने अभी ट्राई करने के लिए, you know, we've ordered 2 dozens of this. So ये अंडा is basically the original देसी अंडा. So no chemicals or whatever. Now this is what he claims, the guy who we got it from. This is the difference. I can already see the difference. Like this is a lot brighter than this one, and I have to still try this. So once I try this, I will let you know if there's any difference in between it, and I'll like put up the source from where I got it. तो अभी हम लोग जिम के लिए जा रहे हैं, and in the gym I'm going to tell you a few things that I did, and then when I come back I'll explain to you guys in detail about my entire strategy. It's not too complicated, it's quite easy, and it's something that most of you guys know. मेरा pre-workout meal है 50 grams of oats, 1 scoop of NutraPace Bioabsorb whey protein, which is the milk chocolate flavor, and 200 ml of milk. And से पहले let me just tell you guys a bit more about the Bioabsorb whey. ये इंडिया का सबसे पहला whey protein है जिसमें Protify blend है. Protify का मतलब है कि it has a lot of digestive enzymes, prebiotics and fiber in it. तो आपको कभी ब्लोटिंग का इशू नहीं होगा, इसलिए ये मेरा प्री वर्कआउट मील है. क्योंकि प्री वर्कआउट लेने के बाद मुझे कुछ ब्लोटिंग नहीं है. इट्स वेरी इजी ऑन द स्टमक, वेरी स्मूथ ऑन द स्टमक, एंड इट ऑल्सो इज़ वेरी गट फ्रेंडली टू यू. इसके हर स्कूप में मिलता है 26 grams of protein, and it comes in a couple of flavors too. The one that I used today was milk chocolate. You also have dalgona coffee, you have strawberry, you have dark chocolate flavor, and you have kesar badam pista. So it has a variety of options for you guys to try too. Also सबसे important चीज़ है कि ये unbox certified है, तो that means that it is being tested by a third party. So whatever's written on the label of this whey protein, you're getting exactly the same amount of everything in it. So yeah, GAUTAMYT for an extra discount on this. I'm going to add the link in the description as well. Let's hit the gym now. तो अभी हम लोग जिम में हैं. We are starting with lateral raises. We're training back today, by the way. I forgot to mention that. हम लोग अभी lateral raises से start कर रहे हैं. Lateral raises के बाद we're going to do the one arm rows, the bench supported one arm rows, and then after that we are going to do, I think, the high rows. I'm going to try the high rows today, if that would be a good sort of variations to be doing for the lat. And then after that we are going to do shrug. One of the main mistakes what people do is, सबको लगता है कि आपको जिम में 3 घंटे या 4 घंटे चाहिए, या तो even 2 hours, which is still on the higher side. If you have cardio, that's okay, which I do. I used to make sure during college time I had a fixed timing. I used to finish my workout between 45 minutes to 1 hour 20 minutes max to max, and then the rest of the time I should do cardio. I think I had 30 to 40 minutes of cardio on the mill. Right now I do 1 hour obviously, but back then I used to do 30 to 40 minutes on the mill, and then the rest of the cardio used to be at home. So if you're telling me that you can't get out of your house, or if you are students and you're living inside, you know, dorms or something, I have finished 20,000 steps in my bedroom itself. And like, I don't have like a very big bedroom, nothing like that. I just kept walking like a machine. So it's all about what's in your head, and as long as you get those steps in, you're good. All right, last set, 8 to 10 reps. So there are these small tweaks that you should do at the gym, because if you're at the gym for say 1 hour or even 2 hours for some people, to take a little bit more rest between the sets, which is not a problem actually. It all depends personally. But if you're wasting time, then obviously that's wasting time, right? But for the people who are there for 1 hour or something like that, you're only here for 1 hour, so you might as well give your all in that 1 hour. You have 24 hours a day. You're going to the gym 1 hour every single day, so you might as well, optimize that 1 hour as much as you can. So you do the small tweaks. बहुत तुमको लगता है कि छोटी छोटी tweaks करके क्या ही होगा, but the छोटी छोटी tweaks is what sets you apart from the rest of the crowd, because small tweaks is going to just optimize every single lift of yours and get the maximum result out of it. I've seen a lot of people do 6, 7, 8 sets and everything like that, which is ridiculous amounts of rep up for no reason. You only need 3 sets done to complete failure. If you're doing 4 to 6 reps in that rep range, then do 4 sets if you want to. But if you're doing 8 to 10 rep range, which I do, फिर आपको सिर्फ 3 सेट की ज़रूरत है. You don't need to do cardio, lat pull down and other workouts over here. You have the treadmill for cardio. You don't need to do cardio on the exercises. So we were supposed to do single arm bench supported rows. Can't do that anymore because this is broken. So we are going to do the chest supported machine rows. Alright, so ये मेरा last set है. This is the chest supported sort of rows, machine rows, where when I overextend, I have to make sure that the tension is always there. So I don't make my elbows straight. At least I try not to. And I keep the tension over there, and then while coming back, I squeeze the back completely. So you come a little bit back, and then you go a little bit ahead. You come a little bit back, go a little bit ahead. Anyway, hoping for 8 to 10 reps or anywhere close to that also, because it's not the same movement that I always do. Of the machine high. It's not like a movement that goes like this, it goes more upward, so it's pulling your lat out a little bit more. Over here also, what you have to make sure is that your elbow is supposed to be bent, not like this, because when you're doing this, you're just pulling the skin for no reason. You're not exactly stretching the muscle. Use your legs, plant it, stretch, squeeze, go slow. Squeeze. I think I forgot to use my straps. Could have gotten at least 3 more reps. So this is my last set of shrugs. Shrugs is one of my biggest weak points. So I'm doing them quite well now. Right, so we are done with the back exercises for today. पूरा back routine खत्म हो गया हमारा. Alright guys, so I'm going to tell you guys about my full strategy that I had done all throughout my 5 years of law. तो सबसे पहला चीज़ था कि I started meal prepping. Around second year-ish मैंने meal prepping चालू किया था, क्योंकि I realized that with meal prepping मेरा सारे meals throughout the day कोई guess नहीं था, like कि what am I going to be eating, कितना calories खा रहा हो, कुछ नहीं. मैं मेरा calories track करके टिफ़िन में डालता था. I used to put all my chicken, my rice. I had just started becoming consistent. तो ज़्यादा knowledge नहीं था तभी. तो the first thing that I started was meal prepping in second year. Of course, with meal prepping, I stopped eating outside. I also remember that when your friends make plans and everything like that, it's very easy to get pressurized and go with them and eat food. Obviously you should go, you should have fun. Your social life should not be hampered because of lifting and everything like that. पर एक चीज़ रिमेंबर करना है कि अगर आप बाहर भी जा रहे हो तो इट इज़ अ लिटिल हार्ड दैट सारे दोस्तों को खाते हुए देखते हुए, पर इट्स बेटर इफ़ यू लाइक यू स्पेंड द सोशल टाइम विद देम बट यू शुड नॉट बी ईटिंग आउटसाइड. So that you have to be mentally strong with, and that is something that I built all throughout my law college. And whenever like there was an Irani cafe next to my college, और कॉलेज जब भी कोई लेक्चर ऑफ था सब लोग वहाँ पर जाके बैठते थे, तो आई वॉज दी ओनली वन, मैं एक ही बंदा था जो कुछ नहीं खाता था. आई शुड जस्ट सिट ओवर देयर एंड लाइक स्पेंड टाइम विद देम, हैव अ ग्रेट टाइम एंड नॉट ईट फूड. एंड आई वॉज वेरी हैप्पी विद दैट बिकॉज ऑफ I just had different goals, and there's nothing wrong in what they are doing, but I just had different goals. Or the third thing is that probably one of the most important thing was that having a timetable. So suppose in third year, I think that's when I started bulking. तो तभी मेरे लिए एक काफ़ी मुश्किल सा टाइम था, क्योंकि मैंने इंटर्नशिप भी चालू किया था अराउंड द सेम टाइम, और आई वॉज पुटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ वेट ऑन. सो वट आई रियलाइज इज दैट ड्यूरिंग कॉलेज वी आर स्टिल यंग, राइट? So we can bulk and we are supposed to be bulking. Obviously don't dirty bulk like I did, but I wanted to enjoy my college life. So in a way I strategized it in a way where अगर मैं bulk कर रहा हूँ तो मैं बाहर भी खा सकता हूँ and I can have a little leeway with the calories. तो मैंने बल्क करना चालू किया था. तो 8 महीने के लिए मैंने बहुत एंजॉय किया था. आई वेंट आउट विथ माई फ्रेंड्स अ लॉट एंड आई एट अ लॉट ऑफ स्टफ एंड ऑल वाइल पुटिंग ऑन अ लॉट ऑफ मसल. नाउ रिमेंबर दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. सिर्फ खा नहीं रहा था मैं. आई यूज्ड टू गो टू द जिम, आई यूज्ड टू डू कार्डियो, आई यूज्ड टू डू 10-15 minutes on the mill, and I used to do at least 10,000 steps every single day. That was a non-negotiable for me. So only towards the last few months of bulking I took it a little overboard, but until then, until like 4-5 months of bulking, I was perfectly on track. So it's very important to know that don't push yourself to an extent where you can't bounce back. Like I mentioned, मैं मील प्रेविंग करता था. तो बल्किंग के टाइम पे आई यूज्ड टू हैव 1 meal इन कॉलेज एंड 1 meal इन ऑफिस. तो ऑफिस में जब मैं खाता था, सो लकीली आई हैड लाइक हाफ एन आवर, और तभी आई यूज्ड टू जस्ट I used to eat like really well, and the only thing is like having a little bit of stomach issues and everything because of the amount of chicken that I was having. I think I was having around 250 to 300 grams of chicken for both the meals. That is for my lunch and for my dinner. So for my lunch I was having around 200 to 300 grams of chicken. तो वो होता था मेरे लिए. एंड रिमेंबर दैट आई वाज डूइंग लिटिगेशन. तो मैं लिटिगेशन का इंटर्नशिप कर रहा था. तो लिटिगेशन इज़ क्वाइट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम कॉर्पोरेट में आपको बैठना पड़ता है पूरा दिन. लिटिगेशन इज़ क्वाइट मोर प्रैक्टिकल वर्क. आपको पूरा भाग दौड़ बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है. लाइक फाइल्स ऑफिस से लेके कोर्ट तक जाने के लिए कोर्ट में सिर्फ बैठना पड़ता था. उन्हीं इन कोर्ट वी हैड टू सिट फॉर लाइक अ फ्यू मिनट्स, एंड बाकी के टाइम पे यू हैव टू गो टू अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंट प्लेसेस लाइक द जेरॉक्स शॉप, द नोटरी, एवरीथिंग. बहुत ज़्यादा जगह चलना पड़ रहा था. तो वहाँ पर ही मेरे 10,000 स्टेप हो जाते थे. कोर्ट में मेरे 10,000 स्टेप हो जाते थे, जो बहुत लोगों को शॉकिंग लगेगा, बट इट इज़ क्वाइट ट्रू बिकॉज वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा भाग दौड़ था. तो लकीली मेरा कार्डियो का सीन थोड़ा वहाँ पे इट इज़ अ लॉट बेटर कंपेरेटिवली. एंड देन जिम आने के बाद अगेन ट्रेडमिल तो था ही. तो तभी मैं आई थिंक आई स्टार्टेड गोइंग स्लोली लाइक 10 minutes, देन 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So obviously build the consistency slowly. You don't need to go 40 minutes in one shot. Also, one more important thing is that whenever we had the breaks, like say कोई lecture off था, and during the break time of our college, मेरा breakfast I used to have my breakfast before going to college. तो मैं 5 बजे उठता था एंड आई यूज्ड टू हैव माई ब्रेकफास्ट एट 5 एंड आई यूज्ड टू लीव फॉर कॉलेज, क्योंकि मेरा सिर्फ अंडे का था. आई यूज्ड टू नीड एग्स इन द मॉर्निंग एंड आई यूज्ड टू गो टू कॉलेज. तो मेरा ब्रेकफास्ट से लंच तक का जो टाइम था बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम गैप था. आई हैड ऑलमोस्ट 6 hours ऑफ अ गैप बिटवीन ब्रेकफास्ट एंड लंच. तो कॉलेज के टाइम पे जब बट व्हेन ऑल माई फ्रेंड्स यूज्ड टू गो टू द कैंटीन, आई यूज्ड टू एंड अप वॉकिंग इन कॉलेज. बहुत सारे लोगों ने मेरा हाईलाइट्स भी देखा होगा कि वेयर आई वॉज जस्ट वॉकिंग इन कॉलेज. तो ये मेरे आई हैड अ वेरी गुड स्टेबिलिटी सॉर्ट ऑफ सीन वेयर strategy sort of scene where I अगर करना है तो करना है. Like I have to walk this much, so I'm going to finish this off. And if I know that I don't have time throughout the day, like अगर evening में अगर time नहीं था मेरे पास, तो फिर I used to walk over there. And sometimes I used to not go to meet them, but sometimes I used to go with them. So obviously a little bit of sacrifice is obviously going to happen. आपको वो करना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि it's not always going to be perfect for you. It's really not. But if you can try keeping a balance between it, then why not? मेरे कॉलेज का एक सबसे अच्छा एडवांटेज था कि वो 7 o'clock डॉट पहुँचना था कॉलेज. सो माई डे यूज्ड टू स्टार्ट एट like 4:35 in the morning. So I had a lot of time throughout the day. So we have 24 hours a day. If you utilize the time throughout the day, you can do wonders with your life, I think, in general. तो यही मैं स्ट्रगल कर रहा हूँ अभी के लिए. But then I'm saying when during college I had a timetable. So I should wake up at 5, have my breakfast, go to college, attend college till 11:30. 11:30 go to work. 1 o'clock have my lunch in work and then go to court all throughout the day. 4:30, 5 o'clock come home. I used to come home, I used to keep my bag, change, and just leave for the gym. I had no time to myself. I used to not talk, I used to barely talk to anybody at home. I used to just go to the gym. So यही, you need to strategize yourself throughout the day. Have a particular time for specific things and go cut to cut. Obviously ये आपको time लगने वाला है, to get used to, but once you do, it'll be perfect for you. And then around 5 to around 6, 7 o'clock, I used to come back home, and then after that, I used to just walk around the home. तो मैं, like what I'm doing right now, like how I'm sitting right now, ये कभी नहीं होता था. Like very very rarely I used to sit down. I used to in fact only sit down while eating food and college. I was watching while eating food because I feel like I'm an iPad kid that way. क्योंकि I mean, if you're forcing so much food down your throat, you are bound to need a little bit of distraction. So I used to watch a lot of Jeff Nippard videos and something related to something that's going to help me out. So say if I was bulking, I used to watch a lot of bulking videos so that I can get motivated and learn more about it. And जब मैं कट कर रहा था, मैं काफ़ी ज़्यादा कट के videos देखता था. So yeah, like a lot of things that helped me get that, that headspace where I was focusing on specifically one goal. And every day I used to replay it in my head saying that, this is the goal, this is the goal, this is the goal, and I have to do it no matter what. Like I never had an option of no. It was never maybe, nothing like that. If I have to do it, I have to do it. That's it. In my head, like that was literally how it was, like a little tunnel vision ऐसे कि like it's a narrow this thing. There's no right, there's no left, there's nothing. There's a straight vision straight ahead. You don't have to think a lot. And lastly, the main thing is studying for law college, which was obviously one of the main concerns. So we used to have a viva every Monday, and after that we had a written exam which used to go for a couple of days. So this used to span over my entire semester. Luckily मेरे college में semesters सिर्फ 2 थे. So yeah, we had a lot of gap between the 2 semesters, which helped me a lot because I had like that free time right before exams to prep for exams and for this. So during exams, obviously gym, I used to take a little bit of an off during gym for the gym, or I used to go for like half an hour or something and do some light activity. But apart from that, I used to sometimes go to the library and like, read a few things or something like that. Internship में काफ़ी कुछ सीखने मिला था, तो that helped me practical knowledge apply करता था मैं written के लिए. क्योंकि law एक ऐसा subject है जो if you visualize and if you see how to manipulate the law, or like how to apply the law for certain scenarios, it's a lot easier for you to understand the law, and it makes it a lot easier for you to apply it in specific places that you need to apply it for. So suppose we had like a section that we need to study about, तो वो section के नीचे we had an illustration was basically an example. तो एक सिनारियो देते थे कि A and B had this and this and this and whatever, and it used to explain this thing, and then it used to explain how the law is specifically used for that. So that's where going to court helped. Like that's where practical knowledge helped a lot. So internship definitely helped over there, and having supportive friends, that was probably one of the most important things. क्योंकि supportive friends अगर मेरे दोस्त नहीं रहते थे तो काफ़ी कुछ like I would have suffered a lot in college. तो काफ़ी कोई like a lot of notes that were there that I used to get somehow. And क्योंकि I'm the kind of person who is a quite average student that way. So I don't know how I've gotten first class. I was a very average student in school. So taking down notes and everything was not my forte, and I used to get easily distracted too. But sometimes when in college, like there were certain topics that used to help me a lot, like some things that are very interesting for me, like criminal law was a topic that was very interesting for me. So I used to concentrate during that time, and like I think I had the skill of not looking at the teacher and just hearing it. So listening to the teacher all throughout, like listening to the teachers all throughout the classes kind of helps you save time in understanding something, and then you don't have to go home and exactly read every single day. So if you understand it over there and you ask a few questions, and children used to ask a lot of questions, so I used to just listen to that and understand how the law is applicable. And yeah, that's about it. It used to help a lot, like, listening and like concentrating on that. Coming home and studying every single day, I think I used to try reading at least an hour every day. I didn't need more than that, because quite honestly हमारा सेमेस्टर सिर्फ 2 सेमेस्टर है. इट वॉजेंट अ ट्राई सेमेस्टर्स थिंग फॉर अस. तो 2 सेमेस्टर रहने की वजह से आई हैड क्वाइट अ बिट ऑफ टाइम फ्रॉम लाइक कॉलेज स्टार्टिंग टिल द एग्जाम्स. So studying 1 hour every day, we used to cut it, but 1 hour like really well. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I used to not study every single day, because I personally, I don't know, it never happened with me. But when I did study, I used to only concentrate on studying. Like I remember sitting for like 8-10 hours straight during exams and right before exams. So obviously you need to have that commitment. You need to know that if you can do it right before exams, then why not? But don't risk it, obviously. You can strategize yourself in a way where, like I mentioned, have a timetable to study. So मेरे लिए I think the hardest time for me was when I was cutting from I think the end of third year or something and towards the fourth year, because I was at a very very bulky phase with a very dirty bulky phase. And I had internship at that time. I remember I had internship, and I had to complete 5 things. I had to study, I had to attend college, I had to attend internship. After internship, I had to complete 20 to 25,000 steps every single day, and I had to do the gym work. So gym work was obviously sorted because I knew what I wanted to do, तो मुझे ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता था. Steps luckily used to get over while doing internship. Like I mentioned, litigation के टाइम पे बहुत भाग दौड़ था, so that used to get over there. Studying every single day 1 hour. During that time, I was trying to concentrate more on what the teacher was saying, so I didn't have to go home and like read anything like that, like, or just read once and like understand it thanks to listening to the teacher. And cardio got over. Like say I used to come home from the gym, and by the time I used to come home from the gym, 7 बज चुके थे. और 7 बजे इवॉल्व बहुत ही ज़्यादा क्राउड रहता है वहाँ पे, और ट्रेडमिल मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है. तो आई यूज्ड टू वॉक एट होम. लेजिटिमेटली हर दिन घर पे चलता था मैं. एंड वेन एवर आई हैड अ चांस, बेसिकली आई यूज्ड टू वॉक, because cardio for me that time was the biggest priority. I used to walk legitimately any free time I had. I used to just walk. So me lying down like this, I'm saying that it was ना के बराबर. Like मैं बिल्कुल बैठता नहीं था. I was just walking like a machine every single day. And thanks to tiring myself out throughout the day, मेरा sleep pattern काफ़ी अच्छा था, because I used to go crash like around 11ish or something, wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And even though it was less time to sleep, I used to get really good REM sleep. REM sleep is when you actually recover. Rapid eye movement, it's called. REM sleep is when you actually recover, when you burn fat, and when your entire nervous system calms down, basically. So yeah, sleep is one of the most important things that you have to remember if you want to have the rest of your day going according to plan. So yeah, it's not that complicated when you think about it, or probably it is, because I don't know, for me it was like karna hai to karna hai sort of. So I didn't have a lot of choices that way, so I didn't have a lot of leeway for myself. ऐसा option no का था ही नहीं. So yeah, like this is all that I did. It was obviously not easy, but when I think about it now, it feels a little tough. But when I was doing it back then, I didn't have a lot of time to think about how hard it was, because I did not have the headspace to think about how hard it was. It was just like, the same thing every single day. And yeah, during cutting, my social life wasn't that great, because I think I had to prioritize something, and all the sacrifices that I made in the end helped me only. So I think that was a very important phase for me, where I was like head on, I was ultra focused. And I feel like everybody needs to know that phase once in their life, because once you get that, then everything else becomes a lot easier for you. So yeah, definitely you need to have a timetable, you need to have a schedule every single day, and stick to that schedule no matter what. Like, so if you don't give an option for yourself to be lazy, then it will work. Why wouldn't it? So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If there were a few points that I must have missed, I will mention it in the next few videos. But I think these were the most important factors that I had personally followed. And for a lot of people, you might think that it's not that great or whatever, I don't know. But for me, for a person being who was a very average student in school and who never did well in academics, To be able to accomplish what I did over the past 5 years along with this was most definitely one of the very important things for me to overcome. तो या ऑफ कोर्स मैं लकी था कि मैं पुणे से ही हूँ और मेरा कॉलेज पुणे में ही था. सो आई हैड पेरेंट्स एट होम एंड खाना एंड एवरीथिंग वाज क्वाइट सॉर्टेड. आई होप दिस हेल्प्ड एवरीबडी whoever needed it and whoever was asking me for all of this. If there's any other thing that I remember, I'll mention it in the next few videos, but I think I have run through the most important part of it. So yeah, I really hope this helped whoever needed to. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.